Good morning, everyone. Jill here with North Texas Vegetable Gardening, canning recipes, a little bit of everything. Taking advantage of this cloudy, humid, semi-cool, semi-warm day to get out here and clean up the little high tunnel and pull up all that broccoli that I let bolt so I could go ahead and hang up the seeds to dry. Doing some pruning back on some of my greens because they are getting wild and hairy, and checking on my onions. And what else? Got some other things going on in here. Let's go see. My onions are coming up, guys, and they're looking absolutely beautiful. So I got some very beautiful onions that I'll be picking today to have with our Resurrection Easter Sunday dinner tomorrow. Ooh-wee. Some still got a little bit of ways to go, but you can see they're starting to bolt out. So my sweet potato slips are on the way, but guys, look, I got a jump on some that I started in my kitchen window. Planted these a couple of weeks ago, and they look like they're doing really good here in the high tunnel. So I got a little bit of jump on some sweet potatoes. So this chard plant is looking beautiful. May have to do some freeze drying on these. Get some chard, some Swiss chard in there to make my mean green powder. Have some more here, but my okra is coming up. Hoping to have some good okra this year, guys. So I want you to pay attention to this plant, and this plant. Let's talk more. So those are what we call volunteers, and they're volunteer tomato plants from last year, and I have a feeling it's that blueberry type variety. And why is it important for us to go ahead and let these volunteer plants grow? Because they are already accustomed to their environment, acclimated, and they should do pretty well in here. So if you ever have volunteer plants come up in your garden, like tomatoes, go ahead and let them grow if you have the space, and if you hadn't already determined that you want to grow something else there, because guys, each and every year they will do a little bit better, and that's if you have non-GMO heirloom variety plants. And that's pretty much what all we grow, at least in this first high tunnel. We did try some big Dinas in the big high tunnel, and they're doing really good, and I'll show you those here in a minute. But these are heirloom variety. And so each and every year that we can keep them going, they get a little bit more hardy, a little bit more productive, and a little bit more healthier because they're already acclimated to your area and where they grew. Here are some more beautiful onions. Ooh, my family's going to be excited tomorrow. But let me give you a good look of everything going on in here. See my tomatoes over there? Look at that chard. That celery's getting ready to bolt. I'm going to let it so I can get the seed. Look at those maters, guys. And those are my black creme and my black cherries. So you can see I cleaned out all of these tubs. I do see some aphids in there. Greg's going to have to spray the azotin AO. And I've been pulling up all this lettuce. He put the lettuce in here to leach out the nitrogen out of these tubs, because we did use a popular brand of potting soil, and it's our understanding that nitrogen may be a big issue for us on the aphids. And so we are trying to go the biological way instead of the synthetic fertilizer. And Greg is working very hard, bless his heart, very hard to get this soil worked out. And a lot of that entails having manganese and phosphorus and potassium and a lot of the minerals that your soil needs for your plants to be healthy. Yeah. So here, look at this. This is where my broccoli bolted out. Look at these beautiful seed pods, guys. We're going to have tons of broccoli seed. And guys, this is our seed. And again, it is non-GMO and it is heirloom variety. And so each and every year that we grow from our same plants, those plants get a little bit more healthier and they start to prosper better. And you can tell because I didn't get nearly this many seed pods from my broccoli last year. Looky here. These are some of my zucchini plants starting to come up. Gonna be loving this year. So here are the tomato plants in the big high tunnel. Guys, they are just looking fantastic. So Greg uses that little Black & Decker weed eater to weed in between. It looks like a little lawnmower. Ooh, look what happened here. He's gonna have to, he's gonna have to get in here, guys, and he's gonna have to tie them up because they are getting to the size that they need to be tied up now. But they are looking fantastic. The leaves are looking great. We have that cover crop around them. We think it is helping nourish them. And as it breaks, as he mows over it and it starts to break down in the soil, this is just going to strengthen and nourish our soil for next year. So because of the world situation and the promise of maybe some food shortages, we are putting stuff everywhere. And you can see in there, Greg just popped some potatoes in the ground, and they're coming up really well. And we're just gonna let them go. And yeah, we're gonna see what we get. We're not letting any of our eyed out potatoes go to waste. But you can see I've got some squash and zucchini planted in between here, and these are my bush beans. Now some of them are a little bit smaller, and I need to figure out why, because you'll see, I mean, they're coming up, and I'm happy they're coming up, but as I get on down the line here, look at there, you can see I'm coming up way better. Look at those beautiful onions, and that's that sweet alyssum in between our onions. Now you can see there's still some beets in the ground. Waiting to see if I can get something from them. And then we have planted squash and zucchini here in the middle row. So we still have a lot to do. We got to get those tubs sprayed so I can go ahead and do some more planting in there. But I feel kind of in control a little bit now because things were just kind of getting crazy in there. Bolting, and but we wanted to do that. We wanted to get the seeds. It's very important that you do save your seeds if you're able. And but I do feel a little bit better seeing that things are a little bit more cleaned up in there. Swept up the floor. It's real important that we do that because the aphids, as I pulled things up, aphids get on the floor in there, and I want to get them out of there. They will hide in the dirt and they will hatch. And you all know how much we have fought the aphids out here. So we are looking forward to Resurrection Sunday tomorrow. Main reason why, because it reminds us that when we lose our loved ones, that they are resurrected with Christ. And that's why we celebrate Easter, because after 3 days, guys, he rose again. He is the first of many. And oh, thank you, Lord Jesus. Thank you that we have that hope in you. So God bless you all. Have a wonderful Easter tomorrow, wonderful Resurrection Sunday. We'll be spending it with family and friends, and we hope you are too. Stay vigilant, pay attention to what's going on, and God bless you all. Love you, and we'll see you soon. Jill.